Hey everyone, today I have another 30 seconds on, 30 seconds rest, total body HIIT workout for you. I'm gonna give you 5 exercises and we're gonna go through them 4 times. So in total, this workout is going to take you 20 minutes to complete. But if you're newer to high intensity interval training, or maybe you're just short on time, you could always opt to stop at the halfway point, which would give you a 10-minute workout. For equipment, you're going to need a resistance band loop and a medium to light weight. I'm using a 5-pound weight. I probably could have gone a little heavier for one of the exercises, but I would say like 3 up to maybe even 10 pounds would be a good range. As far as the strength of your resistance band loop, go medium or maybe the light side of medium. You do want it loose enough that you are able to get this range of motion in. As with all workouts, you want to make sure you're properly warmed up beforehand and always listen to your body, modifying or stopping as needed. We're going to go 30 on, 30 off throughout the entirety of this workout, with the one exception of when we hit that halfway point, I'll give you a full 60 seconds to recover. Before we get going, I'm going to give you a preview of all 5 exercises, and I will also show you how to modify them if you're looking for lower impact or just slightly easier versions. If you're new to my channel, I don't play music in the background because I want you to be able to listen to whatever you like. So if you don't have a playlist or a podcast or a TV show queued up, you might want to get that going. And with all that said, let's get to a preview of the exercises. We are going to start with that resistance band loop an inch or 2 below your wrists, standing with your feet about shoulder widths apart. You're going to slide those shoulder blades down your back so you're broad across the collarbones. Knit those ribs together. We're going to sink down into a squat. You extend the arms out in front of you, pull apart, row them back in, and then give me a jump squat. 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go. Pull that band apart, row it in, and I want an explosive jump squat, okay? So really get some air, and then you land right back down in that low squat. Now, I want you to keep tension on the resistance band the whole time. So as I'm extending out and then rowing back in, the band isn't going slack. It is still tight. Make sure you're not locking out the elbows when you extend them out in front of you, so there's a little softness to them as you do that pull apart. Okay, 30 seconds to rest. The first few intervals, the 30 seconds of rest feels really nice, but 30 seconds starts to feel a lot shorter as we progress through the workout. So enjoy it. Coming up next, we have a jump lunge with an alternating row. So now you're going to grip the resistance band loop, one end in each hand. Let's start in a jump lunge, doesn't matter which foot is forward. Lunge position, both knees bent, extend the band out in front of you. Whatever leg is in front, opposite elbow rows back, and then jump, switch which leg is in front. So you're just alternating side to side. I want you low in the jump lunge, so your back knee should be hovering off the floor just a few inches. Weight is in that front heel, and your front knee is stacked over that heel. Let's make sure we're not rounding forward through the shoulders. So just think of slightly sliding your shoulder blades together and down your spine. And 30 seconds to rest. So we're going to ditch the resistance band loop. For the next two, we are going to use that weight. You'll just need one. We have a jumping jack variation coming up. When the feet are wide in the jumping jack, you're going to extend the weight forward, and then it comes in when your feet jump narrow, and then the next time you'll press it up overhead. So think shoulder press, chest press, up and out. And again, that extension of the weight happens when your feet are wide. Now, I want you to think about engaging through your glutes as you do this so that your knees don't kind of buckle inward towards your midline. So you squeeze the glutes, it's just a slight outward wrapping of the thighs. "30 seconds to rest." So we're going to use the weight for the next exercise as well. And I want you to mirror me on this because we're going to isolate one side the whole time. It's going to be a side lunge. And as you step to the side, you bring that weight across towards that opposite foot. And then you're going to push off that foot, come up and give me a little hop. So I want the weight in your left hand to start so that you're mirroring me. And your right foot will step out to the side in that side lunge. So left hand towards right foot, bring it up, and then you're going to hop off of that left leg. So we're doing the same side the whole time, but you're really working both legs. The focus is on that right leg as you sink into that side lunge, and then it is on that left leg, particularly the calf muscles, as you do that little hop. That hop does not have to be big. Just get that foot barely off the floor and then land softly. 30 seconds to rest. Put the weight away. Our final exercise is body weight. We're going to make our way down to the floor in a bear plank position, which means your knees are bent under your hips, but hovering. And we're going to do 2 plank jacks. We're going to do a star jack. So when you jump your feet out, they go wide, and then you bring them back to that bear plank. You do that twice, and then you'll give me a donkey kick, kind of kicking your heels in towards your bum. So make your way into that bear plank position, knees bent under hips, wrists under shoulders, hop your feet wide back to bear plank, wide back to bear plank, and then 1 donkey kick. Let's go. Wide in, donkey kick. So this is a total body exercise. Core is working. You're going to feel your thighs talk to you as well as we hop in and out of that bear plank, and shoulders are getting lots of love during that donkey kick. Final few seconds. And done. Okay, you've finished your first circuit, your first time through these exercises. Just 30 seconds to rest here. We're going to go right to the top and do that again. But when we get to the halfway point, I will give you a longer recovery, okay? You'll get a full 60 seconds. Start to find your resistance band. Again, it's going to go an inch or 2 below your wrists. And we got that squat jump, adding in that row and that pull apart. So when you're holding that low squat for the upper body movements, weight is in your heels. You reach your tailbone back and long. Your chest is open, so we're not rounding through the shoulders. So think nice long spine with that hinge forward of the torso. Woo, 30 seconds to rest. So we're going to still need that band for the next one. We're going to do that row with that jump lunge. This time we're gripping the sides of that resistance band loop. Let's find our split lunge position. Does not matter which leg starts forward. The row is going to be on the side of the leg that's behind you. Extend those arms forward at chest height, 1 row, jump lunge switch, 1 row, jump lunge switch. So when you do that row, I want you to think of leading with your back muscles instead of the elbow. And what I mean by that is when the arm is extended, first that shoulder blade slides in towards center, so it retracts, and then the elbow bends as you draw that resistance band back. Ditch that resistance band loop. We're gonna swap it for our weight. Now, the first time you went through these exercises, if this jumping jack was easy, then maybe you go up in weight. If it was a little too much, go lighter, or you can ditch it and just do body weight. Feet are gonna jump in and out as we press overhead and then forward. 30 seconds, let's go. Now, as you do this, the chest press, when you extend the weight in front of you, that's typically a little harder to maintain core stability than when we go overhead. If you notice a lot of pressure in your low back and you can't maintain a neutral spine, then I just want you to do the overhead press, okay? Ditch the one that's going out in front of you. Final few seconds, can you pick up the pace at all? 30 seconds to recover. Keep the weight. This time it's going to go in your right hand. Again, you're going to mirror me. So we're going to do that side lunge to that hop. We'll isolate the other direction this time. So that left foot is going to step wide as we slide the hips back into our side lunge, and we'll bring the weight in our right hand across towards that left foot, and we'll push off it and go into our little hop. So weight reaches across and then weight reaches up towards the ceiling as you give me that little hop. So when you do the hop, you're driving the left knee up towards your chest. Draw the navel gently towards your spine. You're thinking of growing taller through your spine as you do that hop. "30 seconds to recover." We're going to put the weight down. We have that body weight exercise coming up. 2 star plank jacks, 1 donkey kick. And if either movement isn't working for you, just do one or the other, okay? You can take out the donkey kick if you have to. Maybe you just do those star jacks or other way around. Although doing just the donkey kicks would actually make it harder, I think. Let's find that bear plank, hands stacked under shoulders. Knees hovering a couple inches off the floor, tuck those toes under. Feet jack wide, back to bear. 2 of those, and then give me that donkey kick. So if this gets to be too much, you can always slow down the pace a little bit. I want you to try to keep your knees hovering the whole time though, okay? So if you need to pause, pause actively in that bear plank. Oh, and you have a full 60 seconds to rest now because we are at the halfway point. If you're short on time, you could opt to stop now. Otherwise, though, we will go through that circuit twice more. Enjoy this longer recover period. Okay, time to start finding that resistance band loop. It's going to go an inch or 2 below your wrists. We got that squat jump with that pull apart and row at the bottom. So elbows bent to start, find tension on the resistance band loop, and you're going to keep tension throughout the whole exercise. You squat down, extend those arms forward, pull apart, and row back in. I want you to think of working actively in both directions. So you push out with purpose, spread apart, and when you bring it back in, it's not a release, it's a resisting. So resist back in and then draw those elbows back rowing. So keeping that tension the entire exercise. Woo, rest. My facial expressions by the end say it all. So we're going to grab the resistance band loop on its sides. We have that jump lunge with that alternating row coming up. Let's find that split lunge position, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Think about bringing your knees to opposing 90-degree angles and then square your hips and level them to the floor. 1 row, jump lunge switch, land low. If this is getting to be too much, you can always step back into your alternating back lunge instead of jumping. Ditch that resistance band loop where you're going to find our weight. Now, the first half of this, if the weighted exercises felt easy, too hard, adjust your weight as needed. Jumping jacks with that push and that press coming up. I want you to knit your ribs together gently so that we have a supportive core working here. And you're going to jump wide in, wide in. Again, check in that your knees aren't knocking inward towards each other. So it's not even visible. It's just this slight wrapping outward sensation of the thighs that's going to help you stay active through the glutes as you do this. Rest. Side lunge to a hop is up next. You'll mirror me, so the weight is going to be in your left hand. Our right foot will step to the side into that side lunge, and then we'll push off that right foot and then hop off of the left foot as we drive our right knee in towards our chest. Let's go. Side lunge and hop. So when you do the side lunge, instead of thinking of stepping your foot out as wide as you can, think of sliding your hips back as far as you can. Because when you're in that low side lunge, you want your heel and your hip to kind of be in the same plane as if they were up against a wall. Rest and put the weight away. Body weight exercise to finish up this third round of the circuit. Just move my mat a little bit so that my feet stop hitting the couch. So as we make our way into our bear plank, hands stacked under shoulders, and then make sure that you're not sinking into your chest. So I want you to really push the floor away. 2 star plank jacks, 1 donkey kick. You got this. 10 seconds to go. Keep it up. And 30 seconds to rest. Okay, we're almost there. We just got to go through those exercises one final time, and then you will be done with this HIIT workout. This is the part of the workout where 30 seconds to rest does not seem like a very long time at all. But that is the goal. It should be harder to recover as we get towards the end of this workout. Okay, let's put that resistance band loop about 1 inch below our wrists. Squat jump with that arm work at the bottom of the squat. Okay, now make sure that your squat jump is still explosive. I know we're tired at this point. I certainly am. You can tell by my facial expressions. But every single jump, I want it to be explosive, and I want you to think about getting as high as you can. Push the floor away. Final few seconds. Don't stop yet. Last time you're going to see this exercise. Woo, shake it out. Okay, check that move off the list. Jump lunge with alternating row coming up, so grab that resistance band loop in your hands. We're broad across the collarbones, gentle bracing through the core. Find that split lunge position. Square your hips, level your hips. Extend those arms out at chest height. 1 row, jump lunge switch. You got it. 30 seconds. Under 10 seconds to go. All right, ditch the resistance band loop. We do not need it anymore. You are going to grab your weight. 3 exercises to go. So that's 90 seconds total of work. We got this. Jumping jack with that push and press coming up. And again, if you feel bad pressure in your low back when you do this, only press overhead. Don't do the forward press, and that should help. Let's go. Up and out. Up and out. I want the pace quick. The goal in this is to get your heart rate up. This is a cardio exercise. Under 10 seconds to go. If you've slowed down at all, now's the time to pick up that pace. Push, push. You got it. And done. Okay, check that one off the list. 2 exercises to go. Weight is going to be in your right hand. Left foot will step out to the side into that side lunge. "30 seconds on the clock. Side lunge, hop up. Now, when you reach the weight across, you're reaching it close to your foot, not by rounding through your upper body and hunching forward, but by sitting really low through the legs. So really think about sliding those hips back. Weight is in the heels. And if I had letters on my shirt across the chest, you should still be able to read them. So think broad across the collarbones. Put the weight away. 1 more exercise to go. Star plank jacks to that donkey kick. Final 30 seconds of this HIIT workout. You got this. I want you to push just as hard as you did the first time you saw this exercise, okay? Hands stacked under shoulders. We really press the floor away with our hands. Toes tucked on the floor, knees are under hips. Start in that bear plank. And then we're going to jump the feet out and wide from there into a star plank. Do that twice, 1 donkey kick. You know the drill, let's go. You're at the 10-second mark. Can you get through this little combo at least twice more? Let's go. Woo, and done. Awesome job with that workout. Hope you enjoyed that workout. If you did, you know the drill. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos here every Monday morning. I'll see you guys next week.